Hello, friends. Today, I want to share a story that isn't just about money, but about something far more profound. It's my story, in a way, or rather, the story of how I, Elias, went from the crushing weight of poverty to a life of unexpected abundance, all thanks to a few ancient words. My life began in the Gray Wards, a place where the sun seemed hesitant to shine. We lived in shacks patched with tin, and the ground was always muddy, clinging to your boots, clinging to your spirit. My days were a monotonous cycle of back-breaking work, hauling sacks of grain until my muscles screamed and my spine felt like a brittle twig. Each evening, I'd return to a home that echoed with the emptiness of our cupboards and smelled perpetually of damp earth. Hope, for me, was a luxury I couldn't afford. My only inheritance from my dear mother was an old Bible, its leather cover cracked and worn from years of gentle use. One particularly bleak night, my stomach rumbling, my candle sputtering, I picked it up. My fingers, calloused from labor, traced the pages until I found myself in the book of Psalms. Specifically, Psalm 23. I began to read the first line. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." I remember scoffing aloud. "I want for everything," I whispered to the shadows. My table was bare, my clothes ragged, my future a vast, dark unknown. But something about the rhythm of the words, the quiet assertion of them, made me pause. I reread it. I shall not want. It wasn't just about material possessions, I slowly realized. It was about a deeper sense of lack, a constant gnawing anxiety that permeated every thought, every action. I was living in a state of perpetual panic, a spiritual hunger that was far more debilitating than any physical one. I made a silent vow. I would try to live as if those words were true. I would carry myself with the quiet dignity of a man who was looked after, not a man who was utterly abandoned. A week or so later, a scene unfolded at the grain docks that would forever change the trajectory of my life. It was utter chaos. Two prominent merchants, their faces red with fury, were locked in a heated dispute over a lost shipment. Other laborers, used to preying on such confusion, were joining the fray, hoping to snatch fallen grain or simply enjoy the spectacle. The air was thick with shouting, accusations, and the promise of violence. It was a true valley of shadows, a place of fear and uncertainty. But then, I remembered the psalm, "He leadeth me beside the still waters." While everyone else was caught in the storm, I found an unexpected pocket of calm within myself. I stepped forward, my voice clear and steady, cutting through the din. I wasn't emotional, I wasn't accusatory. Instead, I calmly pointed out a small, almost imperceptible clerical error in the shipping ledger that had caused the entire misunderstanding. It was a simple mistake, overlooked in the chaos. Master Vance, one of the merchants, a shrewd and often intimidating man, stopped his yelling. He looked at me, not with anger, but with a profound surprise and, dare I say, respect. He was struck, he later told me, by my composure amidst such turmoil. That day, he offered me a job, a clerk's assistant. My new role wasn't glamorous, but it was a step up. Every night, by the dim light of a proper lamp, I would continue to read Psalm 23. My focus shifted to another powerful line. "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies." I learned to apply this not just to actual adversaries, but to internal battles, the doubt, the jealousy of others, the fear of failure. I stopped worrying about the colleagues who whispered behind my back, or the neighbors who resented my small assent. I poured all my energy into my work, treating every ledger entry, every calculation, with the reverence of a prayer. My honesty became unwavering, my dedication absolute. It was my cup that runneth over, not with liquid, but with integrity. Master Vance saw this, and within 2 years, my knack for finding calm, practical solutions in the often volatile world of trade made me his most trusted partner. The years that followed saw me rise further. Eventually, I owned a home with sturdy stone walls, a warm hearth, and even a small garden, my own green pastures. But the true wealth, I realized, wasn't just the gold coins in my chest or the comfortable clothes on my back. One evening, I sat on my porch, watching the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple. I held my mother's old Bible, its pages now even more worn. It wasn't that Psalm 23 had magically conjured riches into my life. No, it had done something far more profound. It had given me a new identity. It had transformed my perspective. I was no longer a victim of circumstance, constantly struggling, constantly wanting. I was a man who understood that even in the darkest valleys, there was a path and guidance and a source of inner peace. I closed the Bible, feeling its familiar weight in my hands, and I whispered the final line, no longer a plea, but a statement of undeniable truth. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And for the first time, I didn't just believe it, I saw it. I felt it. It was the deepest, most enduring wealth of all.
Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it inspires you to look for guidance.
Moosefulls, in unexpected places, and to find your own path to abundance. Until next time, take care. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to study the Word of God.